It is a curriculum to fit a very specific niche skill set. It is not how to be a locksmith. It is not how to do lock sport. It is not how to do pen testing. It fits a really particular niche. What niche is that? Welcome to Uncensored Tactical, where our goal is to talk about training, tactics, and more without being limited by red tape or a sterile, bureaucratic environment, so that we can bring you value and insight in a way that other organizations just plain can't. Good chunk. All right, we're in. All right, so I have not had a sip of my drink yet, but we are drinking peanut butter whiskey with some root beer mixed in with it. And we're celebrating today, and I might drink this fast and loose because I'm very excited. We've got a lot of big things going on in Uncensored Tactical. So up first, the title of the show today is the Tactical Lockpicking Video Course. So attending the course, but through video, not in real life. I have had a lot of people asking me for this. Even before the world got extra crazy these last 2 years, even before that, people would say, man, I wish I can go. If you ever do something like digitally or on video, let me know. So people have been asking for a long, long time, even before these crazy lockdowns. So I'm happy to provide this product to those specific people, and kind of as a value add, or if you want to take it before or after you attend my in-person class. Let's kind of just take a sip of my drink first before I talk too fast. Not a bad combo at all. Wow. I did ginger ale and peanut butter whiskey before. It was drinkable, but this is much better. Root beer and peanut butter whiskey. Did I fuck all my words up? Oh my god, I should start this episode over. I should, but not gonna. We do very, very, very little editing here, and I am who I am. So that's one of the big compliments that I've gotten since I released the online course just the other day. And the very first person that purchased it and worked his way through the first couple blocks of instruction wrote up a really, really nice review. And he said, if you expected the same personality and attitude and value that Pat brings to the podcast and the other platforms, that's exactly what you get with the video course. So that was a huge compliment to me. Not that I am a super cool person, but that what you see is what you get. So that makes me really happy that at least the advertising is on point, and I'm not a, quote, personality that's different on my podcast than I am in real life or my video series. So what is it? The Tactical Lockpicking is a curriculum that I designed myself. It is a curriculum to fit a very specific niche skill set. It is not how to be a locksmith. It is not how to do lock sport. It is not how to do pen testing. It fits a really particular niche. What niche is that? That's being prepared with non-destructive or less destructive methods of entry when your resources are limited during an emergency. So if we expand some of those, it's things that happen in real life. So it's not a hobby thing. It's not something to do necessarily for a profession. Some professions are first responders and they would use this a lot, but it's not something I would say, oh, you're certified in tactical lockpicking? Let me get you a job in tactical lockpicking. So it's not a career training method. It is not a replacement for SWAT training or door breaching with battering rams and hoolie tools. It is supposed to complement all sorts of other types of entries and skill sets. And if I were outfitting someone and I had just a ton of resources and I can outfit an entire vehicle full of tools, then this skill set would have been different. It would have been having a bunch of resources and choosing the best entry method. So this is when you don't have a ton of time to spend training, you don't have a ton of money to spend on gear, you don't have a bunch of tools you can carry into the field for this emergency that you're responding to. That's where this skill set shines. It's mostly lockpicking and bypasses. But we also talk about vehicle entries, door entries, padlock openings, and restraint escapes. That just falls really naturally into the curriculum. Breaking out of handcuffs is not the same as picking a lock open, but it's got a lot of similar language. There's bypasses, there's picks, there's destructive entries. So that is what the video course is, kind of the overview. It's going to be about 10 hours or so of content. There's an asterisk there, which I'll explain in just a minute. It's just crazy high def footage. It wasn't shot in 4K. I think it was shot in 8K. So the files are just enormous. And we did 3 different camera angles for this shoot. It was shot over 2 very, very busy days. The crew was just phenomenal. If I had an unlimited budget, I don't know if I could have gotten a better crew. They were just awesome. So 3 high def cameras were used the whole time. So we have 3 different angles that you'll see during the video shoot. We had very professional camera work. We had very professional editing. The lighting in the studio was just phenomenal. So it's super high quality product. You are not paying the price tag that you're paying for something that I shot on an iPhone in my backyard. So it's really high quality. Just regardless of the topic, the actual video output is crazy high quality. Video, the editing, the production's all very good. I'm biased, yes, I know, but I think it's fantastic. So what is it? It's just me and the camera for most of it. So I'll be talking to you, or I'll be talking to like you general, like the public, or sometimes I'll have an occasional student come on screen and I'll talk to them one-on-one, and I'll have them help demonstrate something. And occasionally, fucking like 90% of the time, you will see my working dog and my service dog, Arrow. She'll be in the background of the shoot, very well behaved, up on a couple Pelican boxes. She was there for about 12 hours the first day and 12 hours the second day, being really good. This course, the online video course for this skill set, was designed from the ground up to be one full product. So I don't really do the a la carte training. I can if I have to and if the price is right, but I don't really do a la carte training. So I don't have people contacting me going, teach me just handcuffs. I mean, I do in my private one-on-one Zoom lessons, but I don't offer public courses and say, this month, I'm just teaching handcuffs. I teach the full curriculum because I really like that curriculum. I think it's just a ton of value that people can use in their real lives. So it's designed to be one full piece of curriculum, but it has been broken up on the website into 4 separate courses that you can purchase. The current status is that only the first of those 4 courses has been uploaded to the website. We still have a little bit of editing to do on the back end and then to publish the 3 other parts, but they've all been shot. They've all been ordered correctly. We're just doing the process of editing. They're just really, really large files, and there's a lot going on. But it's going to happen, so it's not a question of if now. It's just it should be about 30 or 40 days before at least the next block or 2 are uploaded. So you can purchase 1 block if you're interested in just one of the topics, or you can just get the whole 4-part course, which I seriously recommend. It. You're kind of doing yourself a disservice if you don't. What are those 4 separate courses or 4 separate blocks? Well, the curriculum is broken down on the teaching website this way. Course 1 of 4 is going to be raking and picking and some tips and tricks and FAQs for our bread and butter skill set that we can almost always fall back on as an option in so many situations. It really is the root of how we start learning this system. Course 2 of 4 is going to be a couple hours on bypasses and decoding. So this is things like not putting your picks into a keyway, but going around and doing latch attacks and hinge attacks and all sorts of fun, exciting things related to that. And some decoding, which is a really, really powerful skill. So many locks out there will have a code option, even no matter what their shape or size or what they're connected to. So understanding how the numbers work in a numbers game, basically some beginner level statistics ideas, knowing how that works, and knowing how to physically decode, like how to feel the right button or the right gap on a code wheel, and then you go, oh, I know what this one is. Oh, I know what that one is. And you line them all up and you open the lock. There are so many different makes and models of locks that have code wheels on them. The decoding is just crazy insane. If I had to take only one tool in my wallet, it probably wouldn't be a rake and a tension tool. It would probably be some easy decoders, honestly. So block 2 is bypasses and decoding. Course 3 of 4 is going to be your vehicle entries and your restraint escapes. For this one, we went away from the desk. Well, for the other ones, we go away from the desk a little bit here and there. But block 2, we get away from the desk when we do bypasses. And block 3 of 4, or course 3 of 4, we pulled a vehicle into the garage we were working in and try to get really good camera work there for you. And the restraint escapes, that stuff is so dangerous if you do it wrong. So I think we did a really good job of getting the student in there to show the things the correct way. We had a really good crew that was asking us questions if we needed to clarify. But vehicles and restraint escapes, I have a feeling people will buy that course by itself more than the other three, but I think that would be a mistake, honestly. Because course 4 of 4 is our tactical lockpicking philosophy, which is our target assessment, and some other, we did some interviews with some other experts in the entry field, but different types of interviews, or different topics. So there were still topics about entry, but we blended that in with our tactical lockpicking and kind of saw where different skill sets are different and where they are the same. So some of those interviews I think were pretty enjoyable. And that is the full course. So what are the pros and cons? Pros. The video course costs less than the in-person course. That's a pretty big pro. A lot of people might use just that as their determining factor. You don't have to pay to travel. You don't have to pay for a flight. You don't have to pay for a rental car, hotel room, all those things. So while the cost of the course entry is less, you also don't have the travel burden too. You don't have to take time off work to attend. You can watch it at your own pace. So you're not burning vacation days to take this course. You can press pause, you can slow down, you can skip ahead, you can take a break and then come back to the curriculum a couple months later if you're like, I watched the whole thing. Oh, what's that one thing? So you can use this as a tool to carry this content forward and to teach others. As long as this course exists, you'll have access to it. So different than your in-person course, when you walk out the door for the day, I mean, we can still stay in touch, but the effective learning block is over. So all you would really have it to rely on is your notes and some of your own photos and videos, which I encourage people to take during the course. But this lesson is me presenting all those things to you forever, so you can always have that. There is no PowerPoint in this course. Thank freaking God. There's some notes and some tests and some links at the end of each lesson, but they are not mandatory. You can do the quizzes if you want. You can click the links if you want. If not, no big deal. Do what you want with it. That's it. And another pro, which we already covered, was in like 90% of the shooting of this thing, there is a really happy, really well-behaved dog in the background, like almost the whole time, which I was very proud of. And she was, 7 months at the time? She's just hit a year last month, and this was filmed like 3 or 4 months ago. Hey, that math works out. Cons. There is no student-instructor interaction. So you get the interaction on screen, but you can't have another interaction on top of that. So you can't ask questions and have me answer your questions and give you a different explanation. So of course that's a con with it's a con with all pre-recorded digital learning. But you can still contact me after that, and we do have a lot of ways that we can continue our training, especially the one-on-one video lessons. Those are starting to get very popular, and my time slots are filling up with both the dog training and the security training. So there's really no real scenarios that I can throw at you, or that I did throw at you in this video course. But the other news is I might add some additional content onto this course. The platform will allow me to have you purchase this one time, and then I can change the parts that are in it if I have to. So we might be adding some stuff on in the future. We're definitely shooting other courses, other topics of entry and tactics. So we will be providing more types of video courses in the future. If you have any thoughts on that, please shoot us an email, pat@utac.io. Let me take a sip of my drink here. We are celebrating. That was not a sip. That was a glug, glug, glug. But I'm happy. This is great. So in the future, we might have some other topics that we might add into that bundle. But even if we don't, we will have other courses too. I think this is a really good format. All right. You don't need to get out. Another con is you don't get to try out several $100 worth of, maybe $1,000 worth of tools that I bring to the course. Definitely over 1,000, but depends on how you count. So we have the props, we have the padlocks, we have the chains that we'll cut in class and padlocks that we'll destroy during class. You have lockpick sets that you get to keep as soon as you sit down in the in-person course. In this video course, you don't get access to those tools. But the good thing is, especially if you're budget conscious, you can watch the whole series start to finish, and then you can pick and choose which tools you do want to buy. So in a way, this will still save you money for spending smartly in the future and buying tools that you are interested in and not spending money on tools that you're not interested in. So that's a nice perk still. So that is all about our online tactical lockpicking video course. I'm super pumped about it. Our goal is to bring you just a ton of value. So if you happen to pick up my tactical lockpicking book already, hopefully you saw that it was not fluff and it was not filler, and I put a lot of time and thought into it, and I want that video course to shine in the exact same way. So I want people to have thought that they've overpaid for it, so to speak. So a lot of things were done very intentionally in the video course. They were done with a lot of foresight. The production team asked a lot of very important and very helpful questions so that we can get you the most out of that video shoot, the actual filming of it. So I'm just tickled pink to be able to have launched that. It's through the Teachables platform is who is hosting those files. So you can go through there if you want and then just search the course. But there is a direct link on my homepage, which is uncensoredtactical.com, or you can try utac.io. That's the shortcut. And there is a photo and a link on the homepage that says Tactical Lockpicking 101, and it's a screenshot of the course with me explaining something to the camera. So that's the easiest way to find it. Other news, which kind of tie into that a lot. So over the years, lots of people have said, "Hey, which tools do I buy?" And I've said, "This one and this one and this one. Here's the links. Go get them." I still am happy to do that. I don't care where you buy your tools from, but if you buy them from me, here's what you will know. You will know that I don't sell tools that I think are garbage. I refuse to. If that ever happens, I have a couple of handshake deals with people where I am to be punched relentlessly in the face. So I do not plan on selling out and saying, "Oh, this tool can make me a lot of money. I'll sell that piece of shit." I don't do that. So if you come to my store, you'll know that everything there is something that I believe in. I'm going to get my tools from some really good people out there too that are have been very helpful and have served kind of as mentors. So I'm thankful to have met just some awesome people in this skill set community. It has made me happy and proud to be a part of that community. So our web store is also up. If you go to our homepage, you can scroll down as well and just click on the photo or the word that says store. And that will bring you over to our gear store. And it's got a separate subdomain, or the subdomain is UTAC, but the actual domain is through a commerce website. So all those photos I took myself, the product review or product descriptions I wrote up myself, did a little bit of copy and pasting on some of the technical stuff. But I like it because I hope that it speaks to you in the same way that I speak to you. Not to mention our freaking sweet koozies that my really, really helpful assistant designed for me. We got some cool products up. We got some actual lockpick entry tools up, which if you're taking the course online and you wonder, what should I buy? That's a really good resource for you. But there are also links provided. There will be some more going up too. And if you have feedback on even the lockpicking book or the Tactical Lockpicking 101 video course, if you have feedback on that, if you have feedback on the podcast, I would love to hear it. My email, the easiest way to find me, especially for long-form feedback, is pat@utac.io. I got a couple really nice feedback emails just yesterday. I was reading over those at breakfast, and I thought that was really nice. So I do value and encourage the interaction with the audience. This is going to be a super short episode today, but I really was just celebrating and just letting people know about that new product that we have. I have an email list that I've had for 2, 3, 4 years now, maybe. And I have never sent out an email because I fucking hate getting spam email myself. So I figured a couple minutes on this podcast in between tactics episodes, and you guys hopefully wouldn't hate me for it. That's about it. I really don't even want to do any more housekeeping on the end of this, besides to tell you if you want a high quality dog like Arrow, who's laying here sleeping on the bed behind me in my office. If you want a high quality dog like that or high quality dog training, check out fortresscanine.com. And if you want to buy a Fortress Canine dog, get a hold of me first and we'll get you my phone number and we'll just set up a phone call. Then we'll send you over to Joel, and we will get you a Uncensored Tactical audience member discount, which I think is about 10%, which is pretty good on those protection dogs. Those things can be insanely expensive. They're already at a reasonable price. So that's it. I really, really, really value you guys spending some time hanging out with me, and I hope to see you guys on the next one.